welcome you. Tune into Market Fatafat with me, Ankita Saxena, and with me is Kanishka Sarkar. In the next half an hour, we'll take you through all the stocks that are in focus on the back of news flow or on the back of technicals. But first up, let's see how the market is shaping up at this juncture. Well, at this point, we do see Nifty that's cooled off, and it is trading at the lowest point of the day. In fact, we're trading with cuts of almost 100 points. 26,160 is where we're perched at. We have given up the 26,200 mark on the Nifty. So right now, at the lowest point of the day, as far as Nifty Bank is concerned, we're still trading in the green, managing to hold on. In fact, we haven't given up a lot of gains. We are still managing very flat moves coming in, but nonetheless, we're still managing the 60,120 mark is what we are holding on to as far as Nifty Bank is concerned. Now remember, Nifty PSU banking index hit its record high. That was trading up nearly 1%. That was led by Union Bank and Bank of India. Now remember, we also have the operational updates coming in for a lot of banks, and good set is what we are witnessing. We have witnessed on a lot of these PSU names. But besides that, let's take a look at the broader market. Let's pull up the charts for Nifty Midcap. Nifty Midcap has slipped into the red, trading with cuts of almost 0.1% right now, 0.2% right now, in fact, and small caps is also down 0.1%. So we are giving up those gains that we saw coming in yesterday. We are moderating and we are hovering around the lowest point of the day as of now. But let's take a look at the sectors. Then we have Nifty Pharma that's doing very well. In fact, all the pharma constituents are trading in the green, whether it's DB's Lab, Ipca, Wockhardt Pharma, Aurobindo, Lupin. All of these are trading with gains of 1.5+%. Like I mentioned, the PSU banks are doing very well, led by Union Bank, SBI, Bank of Maharashtra, Indian Bank, UCO Bank. All of them are trading with gains of 1%. We also have Nifty Media, Energy, Realty and FMCG that are on the back foot today. These are the sectors that are trading in the red. But besides that, right now as we see the market breadth, it is tilted in the favor of declines as of now, and India Wix has spiked up 1.8%. And of course, we have the biggest laggard today, the biggest Nifty laggard, that is Trent, that on the back of its operational updates that we see coming in. And Trent is the biggest loser, seeing a sharp knock of almost 8% in the trading session. So largely, this is how the market is shaping up as of now.
Definitely. So that's how the market structure is looking like. But let's get started talking about all the top buzzes in trade today. And on the technicals today, we are joined by Osho Krishnan, Chief Manager, Technical and Derivative Research at Angel One. Hi Osho, very good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us today. And of course, let's get started by talking about the top buzzer in trade today. That is Trent. Now it's the top Nifty loser, trading nearly 8% lower right now. Why? Because the company has reported its standalone revenue numbers for the quarter, coming in at 5,200 odd crore rupees. That's up about 17% on a year-on-year basis, but still nearly below 5% below the Bloomberg estimates, or flat on a sequential basis. We talk about brokerages. They remain divided. Morgan Stanley has maintained an overweight call with a target of 54.56, but it expects EBITDA margins to decline by 95 basis points on a year-on-year basis to that 17.5% level in Q3. On the other hand, we have Goldman Sachs, which has kept a neutral rating and cut the target price to 45.50. That's citing slower sales growth, declining sales per store, store cannibalization, and also rising competition, especially in Tier 2 and smaller cities. City, on the other hand, that remains more cautious, maintaining a sell rating with a target of 4,350 rupees, flagging weak revenue per square foot and intensifying competition pressures. So yes, a slightly slowdown is what we are witnessing as far as Trent is concerned, and of course it remains the top Nifty loser of the day, down nearly 8% in trade right now.
All right, so that's Trent, the biggest loser on Nifty today. But let me come to you, Osho. You picked out Nestle for us. Nestle also not giving a very flat move coming in as of today, but it has shown some movement in the last few weeks. On the charts, what do you see for Nestle?
Very good afternoon, Ankita and Kanishka. Firstly, thank you for inviting me at the show. Well, yes, no doubt we have seen a very strong traction in Nestle in the last couple of trading weeks, especially from the zone of nearly 1220. And with that momentum, the counter has given a very strong breakout in last trading session, which was approximately around the zone of 1280 to 1290 kind of zone. So from here onwards, as there has been a strong breakout on the daily and weekly time frame structure, I'm expecting the momentum to continue on the higher end. 1345, 1360 is the first and intermediate hurdle or resistance for the counter. Once it breaches the zone of 1360 on a decisive manner, then we can see a continuation move towards the zone of 1420 in short to medium term point of view. So overall, the traction is positive in the counter and one can look for accumulation in Nestle.
All right, let's Move on and take a look at what Hindustan Copper is doing. In fact, this stock has surged at a 16-year high after the metal rally that has lifted the stock today. Now remember, copper prices have been on the up move in the international market. In fact, the new high on LME or London Metal Exchange is what is buoying the sentiment for Hindustan Copper, that hit a record high by inching up 3.5%. It has cooled off from the morning gain, but it is trading up with the 2+% gain. Now that copper prices hit a record high on LME, and the sharp move in Hindustan Copper shares price mirrors the strength seen in the global copper markets, like I mentioned. And on the London Metal Exchange, it hit a 3-month copper contract that jumped 2.86% to $12,826 per ton. And earlier in the session, the prices had climbed as much as 3.28%, nearing last year's record of $12,960 on LME. And on the back of rising metal prices on LME, Hindustan Copper is up in a way 2.2%.
All right, then metals continue to shine, but let's go back and look at some of the recently listed counters. Groww. Now that is in focus today after Motilal Oswal has initiated coverage with a buy rating, flagging significant upside potential for this company. The brokerage has set a base case target of about 185 rupees. That implies about 19% upside from yesterday's closing level. While the bull case target, that stands at 260 rupees by FY28, which suggests a sharp uptick of about 67% from the current levels. Now, the brokerage has highlighted Groww's rapid scale up, noting that it has become India's largest retail broking platform by active clients within just 4 years, with a 26.8% market share, which is well ahead of the peers. It is also positive on Groww's transition into a full-stack investment platform that's spanning broking, commodities, MTF, and also wealth management. And this diversification, that's expected to reduce dependence on volatile broking revenues, while broking's share, that is projected to fall to 67% by FY28 from 85% currently. On the profitability front, Motilal expects about EBITDA margins to expand to that 66% level by FY28. So yes, a very bullish note coming in from Motilal Oswal with initiation of coverage, and the stock also is trading about 0.3% higher right now. Has given up all the morning gains, but yes, continues to hold on to that shade of green.
All right, so that's the news flow on Groww, but let's move on to HDFC Life. Osho on the charts, that stock is up in a way 2%. Tell us what are the levels to watch out for?
Overall, the whole insurance pack is looking very positive to me, especially HDFC Life has seen positive traction from the 200-day simple moving average. And with today's momentum, the counter seems to have a sloping trendline breakout, which is near about the zone of 780. So I'm expecting in upcoming trading session, the counter can see a very strong breakout, and one can set a target of nearly 815 to 820 from a short-term point of view. So overall, the traction is positive, and one can look for accumulation in the counter at current levels. 820 will be the first and intermediate target for HDFC Life.
All right, so that's the view on HDFC Life Insurance. But with that, time for a very quick break. We'll be right back to discuss all the top buzzes in trade today.
Welcome back. You tune into Market Fatafat, where we are getting you all the buzzes in trade on the back of news flow, on the back of technicals. And let's resume with all the stocks that are in focus. Next up is Bajaj Auto, that is in focus on the back of a brokerage note and a brokerage upgrade. Look at the moves that are coming in. 2% uptick coming in on Bajaj Auto. MK has upgraded the stock to a buy from an earlier ad, and they've raised the target price to 11,100 rupees from an earlier 9,500 rupees. Now they feel that the domestic two-wheeler share is at its lowest, but the signs of pickup in the premium motorcycles, E2-wheelers, is evident. Now Bajaj Auto has overtaken M&M in the E3-wheelers, and the rupee depreciation is likely to aid the overall margins. Now they continue to favor Ather and TVSL, and they believe that Bajaj Auto offers the best risk-reward at current levels, backed by strong export trends that is led by LATAM Asia, and coupled with the launch of A-Fresh 125cc Pulsar range in the calendar year 26, which should translate into a healthy 14% EPS CAGR with 2.7% 27 December estimated dividend yield. Now, a gradual turnaround in the KTM provides an incremental upside potential. On the back of that, MK is being positive on Bajaj Auto, and they have also upgraded the stock. On the back of that, Bajaj Auto is up in a way 2%.
All right, that's Bajaj Auto for you. But Osho, you picked out Havells for us. It's trading nearly 2% higher right now, in fact close to the day's highest point, and seen good momentum in the past week or so. In the month also, it has seen gains of more than 5%. But if you look at the past year's trend, it went down about 10% or so. What is the kind of trend that you're expecting for 2026? What are the charts suggesting?
See, overall, there is a kind of a technical pullback in the counter. If we will be seeing the recent chart structure, then it has formed an inverted head and shoulder. In the last 3 trading sessions, there has been a strong positive biasness in the counter, and I'm expecting with the kind of breakout the counter has seen from the lower end, one can expect a decent run on the higher side. Approximately 1520 to 1540 is the first potential target for the counter, but sustainability above 1540 still remains questionable. But from a short-term point of view, yes, there is strong momentum and one can look for buying opportunity in the counter. 1540 will be the immediate target in Havells.
Alright, so 1540, that's the immediate target for Havells. But let's move on and also talk about a clear outperformer today. That's MV Photovoltaic. Now this one is in focus after Jefferies has initiated coverage on this.
Moving on then to the counter that Osho has picked out for us. PNB is what he picked out for us. Punjab National Bank. Osho, tell us on the charts what do you see for PNB. You know, the PSU banking names have been doing very well. In fact, even the operational updates that have been trickling in, it clearly favors the PNB banks. And even today, Nifty, PNB, the PSU banks have hit a record high on the charts. What do you see for Punjab National Bank?
Firstly, for Punjab National Bank, the counter has seen a very strong momentum in the last trading week and has been seen a very strong rebound from the 100 exponential moving average. But looking on the broader time frame structure, then it is expected that the counter can remain into strong momentum till the zone of 136 to 138. So that is the immediate term target that one can expect looking at the momentum and the technical developments in the counter. But 136 will be a decisive levels where we can expect a further breakout from those levels, or there onwards we can see some kind of profit booking or consolidation that we need to review again at those levels. But at present, I am expecting another 10 points of rally to be seen in PNB. On the lower end, near about 118 to 120 is a very strong support levels. So from a trading point of view, one can look for buying opportunity in PNB. 136 will be the target that one can expect.
Alright, so another 10 points of uptick is likely in the short term. That's the word coming in. On that note, Osho will let you go. Thank you so much for your time today. And also, we're completely timed out on this edition of Market Fatafat. Ankita and I will take your leave, but don't go anywhere. Closing trades is coming up next.